What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and welcome back to Let's Play Catherine. In the last episode, we made up our way, I guess, on 2 more floors of this night. It's been a very long night. We, a couple episodes ago, spent some time with the Stray Sheep, did the first floor, and now we've done 2 more floors, and I believe we're at the final floor for the night, where we're going to go up against another big bad boss and see how the story progresses. Things are definitely getting more chaotic as, well, Vincent gets closer and closer to having to make a decision because time is passing and people are potentially dying, and more of our friends are ending up on these landings in these nightmares. So, let's just say that the stakes are high, and I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next. Let's hop in this confessional, though, first and see what question we're going to get asked.
It's beginning.
What?
Well, sit down.
It's beginning? What are you referring to?
You're quite persistent. Your climbing skills are remarkable.
I don't care what little speech you have. Hurry up!
This is the 10th question. Which is harder, lying or being lied to?
Oh, being lied to, easy. Being lied to. I'm somebody that values honesty and trust so much that being under a false pretense, almost for any reason, is something that can be pretty devastating to me. So being lied to is certainly harder than, well,
Damn it, I don't know.
I'm not a person that really enjoys lying by any means or lies regularly, but I do think there are some situations in which
one?
lying is not necessarily a bad thing. Even in those situations, it's still hard for me to be lied to because I really appreciate having just a candid, honest understanding of what's going on in the world around me. So I would say being lied to.
That one, huh? Very well. I've noted it.
Hurry up before I start getting nervous for no reason.
Nervous, huh? I expect that you will be attacked by something.
I mean, we expect that too at this point, right? It's not our first rodeo around here, Mysterious Voice. We know the big monsters come at the end of these nights. We even got a preview a couple episodes ago. Albeit, you know, a few frames. Lying or being lied to? Okay, a little bit in favor of being lied to. Not surprising. I wonder, actually, now that I think about it, I wonder why some of the answers maybe have an association with blue versus pink. I don't know if it's intentional or not.
This is the final area for tonight. Observe the traps created by the enemy and stay calm.
I'll do my best, narrator.
All right, let's just climb this thing and get it over with. There is no way. I'm not here.
Child with a chainsaw.
Has appeared. It's the killer.
I love the design of this one. It's so creative, it's so horrific, it's so unsettling, and it's so well done in my opinion. So, big fan, big fan. Okay, so we've got a lot going on up here. Whenever I see cracked blocks like that, I'm initially just tempted to pull out some nicer blocks on top of it so that we don't have to really worry about that. And I'm also curious, I don't remember exactly what the, I guess, attack is of the child with a chainsaw, but we'll find out soon enough. I think it's literally just a very blunt attack. I don't have a lot of space to work with here, which is a bit problematic. I could try to push these out of the way like that, and then use the spring block. Oops. Yeah, so big push. The child with the chainsaw is catching up pretty quickly. But yeah, we were able to take advantage of that. Rather than think I just kind of instinctively started pulling out a block. But we'll be okay climbing up this little area here. Now, what do I want to do here? Might be a little bit quicker if I pull this over this way rather than pull out that dark block. Oops. Pulled out one extra time. That's okay though. We've got some gold, and then we'll pick up this item here. Again, I try not to use items if I don't have to, but it'll be really helpful to have, especially in these boss stages, especially given that these stages are getting a lot longer than they have been in the past. What? Baby literally just took off half the stage. And now there are like bullets flying everywhere? Yikes. Oh, not bullets. Little, like, gear-like things. Interesting. Interesting, to say the least. How do I want to do this? Let's go up here, like this. So far, we're climbing decently. I'd hope at some point the chainsaw attack doesn't take out any coins or anything like that, right? That would be less than ideal. So we could build a stairwell here. Oh, get out of there. Okay. So we can actually get rid of those things. How do I want to do this? I think I'm going to try to... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, darn it. I stepped right into it. They were falling down from left to right, and I tried to get ahead of it, per se, by going to the left. But, it did not work out as intended. So, naturally, here we are. I think, if anything, I should just try to, like, hang off the side. However, I would be hit if there was one that was coming from, before. I want to climb up this. I'll just deal with this over here. Not even take the time to pull out those blocks that I used for stability's sake before. And we should be moving pretty quickly. I don't know if there's actually... I haven't really looked into the AI in this game to know if there's like rubber banding or anything like that. Meaning, as we get higher up, is it more likely that the AI is going to move more quickly and we're going to be chased down more quickly than we would have been otherwise? Kind of like in Mario Kart. Mario Kart 64 especially is infamous for its rubber banding. Even in Double Dash, I just actually completed Double Dash with my brother, and I'm fairly confident that there's some intense rubber banding going on in that game too. Honestly, I don't really like it. It feels unfair, but hey, overall Mario Kart's still a very fun game, so I'll live with it. Yeah, so I'm gonna really prioritize not getting hit by these, you know, chainsaw gear things or whatever, because they are instant kills, right? If I make a bad move puzzle-wise, I can still sort of recuperate in terms of, well, I can always undo and then I'll be alright. But I just want to make sure I'm not going to get hit by any of these gears before I do anything else.
Alright, I got it.
But if I get hit by those, it's immediate game over, right? And that is not a fun prospect. And now we're about back to where we were before. I think this is where I died last time, or pretty close to it. Yeah, because I pulled this out, and then I created a little stairwell here. What is kind of nice is that you can see the rumbling for the blocks that are pertinent to, well, actually, we got a springboard here. When we climb up, we can. That offers a little bit of reprieve from the gears. Get out of the way, Vincent. That could have been bad. And then I'm also going to want to be careful here because now I think there are potentially 2 blocks here, right? So I need to push these guys out of the way so that I can... What? Oh, I thought that was going to fall for a second. So I can pull this over here, spider over this way, and then continue climbing up. And we're actually getting pretty close to the end. I just took a brief glimpse at the side there. Actually, how do I want to do this? Man, I don't want to activate the bomb, but I think it might just be the more surefire way to go about this right now. So that thing is going crazy right now. These are going to fall. I want to make sure, I really want to make sure I don't die from these things. There goes half of the stage. We're going to make sure I don't get hit by that gear. And we can spider, or we can stairwell, or staircase up here pretty easily for the time being. I think we can do our Inazuma technique to get up this wall. We could have actually done a stairwell, probably. But this might actually be a little bit safer in terms of not activating bombs. Yeah, I think so. So we'll wait a second. I was gonna say I'm gonna wait a moment for that to go before I even mess around with this, because I think we can afford that moment. The child with the chainsaw is awfully close. There's no doubt about that, but I still think we're in a reasonable range. So we got this. Don't die at the very end. Nice. I was like, I don't want to wait for the bombs or anything like that, but I definitely don't want to get by the chainsaw at literally the last second.
Okay. I just opened this.
Do you not care for your son, Vincent? What?
Did I do it?
Again, I love that design.
Hell yeah, I did it! The night is mine! Woohoo!
Congrats, Vincent, you deserve it. Good job. But I love how absurd that baby's design is, right? It comes up and then all of a sudden its face comes out and it just like machine gun in the mouth, a chainsaw coming out of one of its eye, chainsaw on the other arm. It's just, it's incredible. Oh, are we gonna break 200,000? Oh, so close.
The clock tower has chimed its final bell for you tonight.
So close. If we had maybe been a little bit faster, we could have gotten a safety bonus of like 1,000 and we would have made it, but I guess not. Either way, we still got the gold prize, so, you know, I'm happy. But... an ant. A lot of ants. Bombs away!
What are you doing here anyway? I mean, the ants, what are they doing here?
Nice cover up, Vincent.
They're after this. What is it? Cake? Well, who did you get this from?
How did ants get here so damn quick? That's the cake Catherine brought me a while ago. Oh, I've got a real sweet tooth is all.
Wait, really? So do I.
So, when'd you get here?
What, like you forgot? You said that you were feeling better, so I hurried right over.
Huh? When did I tell you that? I guess my memory's a little fuzzy.
Aw, you always say that. Relax, you worry too much. Trust me, you are just fine, baby.
Well, gee, thanks. Oh yeah. I don't have time today. Ah! What is it this time?
It's that horror movie I told you about. This is the last week they're gonna be showing it in theaters, remember?
What movie?
I don't know what I'm gonna do if I miss it.
Yeah, okay. Can we wait till tomorrow? I've kinda got some stuff to take care of today.
Yay! Alright! Hey, this will be our first real date! It'll be so much fun, don't you think?
I am totally lost here. Ugh.
Yes!
What a difference in sentiment, right? Catherine's over there, like, exclaiming with joy, and Vincent's like, oh, I'm so out of the loop, right? It's like, when did I promise? When we talk about a horror movie, when did you get here? When did I tell you that I was okay?
Look, I've got to ask you something. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Huh?
Don't you have anything to tell me?
Vincent, what in the world are you talking about?
All right. I'm just gonna come out and say it.
Wait,
Listen
what's
to
going
me.
on?
I heard something the other day.
What did you hear?
Something from an acquaintance of yours.
What?
It's a
Who?
rather aggressive approach.
Well, do you know a guy named Steve?
Steve?
Yeah.
I don't know anyone named Steve.
Wait, what? You don't?
No?
No? Not even one?
Like I said, I don't know any Steves.
Well, how could you not? I mean, Steve's a pretty common name, right?
Maybe not in Japan, though.
Wait! I did meet a Steve yesterday.
Yesterday?
My friend's son was named Steve. I think.
Son? How old is he?
2 months maybe? She'd just come back from the hospital.
No, not him. Don't you know any other Steves?
Huh? Well, I'm sure I do if I check.
You mean you have to check and see if you know anybody named Steve?
I guess so. Look, what is this all about?
Well...
Speak up and tell me. Who's Steve? Some friend of yours? What are you getting at?
Yeah, can't
Well,
you know, come out guns
if you
blazing,
don't know,
Vincent.
then let's just drop it. But you sure you don't know him, know Steve?
Why do you keep asking me that? I told you I don't know.
Sorry. Never mind.
Huh?
Oh, What is going on? Did I get the wrong girl again? I can't think of anyone else. I'm glad to hear Catherine's not cheating, but this is not good. Maybe I should just tell her. No. Then she'll think I'm taking some random guy's word over hers. Shit. What can I say to make her believe me?
Why should she believe you?
Well, it's a good thing you don't know him. There's this asshole at my work who said he might know you. So,
Huh? Are you okay? You've been acting weird lately. You're pale. You say things that don't make any sense.
yeah, well, you know what? There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense lately. Like the future and everything. I don't get it.
What do you mean? You don't get it?
Well,
What part of our future don't you get?
that's not what I meant. I mean, I'm worried about work. It's a new job and all, and having problems with the clients, so I'm tired.
Vincent, you gotta get it together, man. It's not looking good.
I've been getting strange texts lately.
Strange how?
I don't know. They don't make sense. It's just creepy.
Wait, what do they say? What are the words?
You know what? It's not important. Just forget
Taste
it.
your own medicine.
Okay.
Look, Vincent. You're not hiding anything from me. Are you?
Shit, I'm making her worry. She says she's getting weird texts. I have to reassure her somehow. Come on, I'm not keeping anything from you.
Well, you've got to go back to work, right? I do too. I should go.
Huh? Oh, okay.
I'll call you.
Awkward. Interesting that she's getting texts, right? What do they say? What are they suggesting? Who are they from?
Which girl? What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, I asked around, and nobody knows who you are.
You told her?
Well, yeah, of course I did. I mean, that's the quickest way to split up, right?
Yeah. But what do you mean nobody knows me?
Well, that's exactly why I called. Look, why don't you just tell me something about the girl you called me about? Like, what does she look like? Huh. Sorry, but you got the wrong guy.
What?
I know a girl named Catherine, but it's somebody different.
What? Don't you try to fool me.
Look, the Catherine I know, she's white.
It can't be. I mean, she told me about you herself.
It's a different person. I don't blame you for all this, but please, just leave me alone.
What's going on? But, where's my Catherine?
How should I know?
But she's all I have now. I'm already divorcing my wife. She came into my life suddenly, and then I just...
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm going crazy. It's gonna come for me, and
Look, I'm the one going crazy here! I won't call you again. So leave me alone, okay?
Wait, no, don't hang up. I still have...
What the hell was his problem?
Pretty concerning though, right? What did he mean by it's gonna come for me tonight? Pretty intriguing.
The wrong girl? Yeah, the Catherine he was talking about was someone else entirely.
Jeez. Seriously? Well, lucky for you, this was just some dumbass's mistake. The world's full of troublemakers.
It can't be. I mean, she told me about you herself.
No, I mean, there's no way. He has to be mistaken.
You guys better be careful too. Haven't you heard the rumor?
That again?
They say all the men who died were cheaters, so they were cursed.
Just get your ass back to work. Vincent isn't cheating anymore. So there's nothing to worry about.
The curse, huh? Oh, well, that's great. Now I've got no choice but to accept it.
Well, look, when you feel guilty, sometimes you want to be punished. You know what I mean? But this curse stuff is just crazy. It's not rational. Grow up, man. And besides, there are plenty of other ways to die in your sleep.
Plus?
Well, you know, I've sorta been having funny dreams too.
Dreams?
Well, to be honest, I've been having odd dreams recently myself. And like you were saying, I don't remember exactly what they're about, but...
Yeah, but it's some hard shit.
Hey, are you serious?
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all just dreams.
Yeah, but are you sure it's fine?
Of course it's fine.
Wait a second. Come to think of it, he said something.
I'm going crazy. It's gonna come for me, and
What's going to come for him? Am I missing something important here?
Anyway, this is about you, Vincent. What are you gonna do?
Huh? Oh, my nightmares were all caused by this trouble. But they forced me to realize something.
Which is?
I took everything for granted. Up until now. I feel like now... I remember what I've always held dearest to me.
Sounds selfish to me.
Really?
I know, but I can't betray the person who's been with me all this time. Despite who I am. I can't lose her now.
Yeah, that's the spirit, Chief.
Then maybe you shouldn't be here drinking right now.
Well,
Good suggestion, Erica.
I've got something left to do. Need to change my focus.
I see.
Hey, beer me.
Sure, let me get that for you.
Yeah, that's right. Let's get to drinking while we're thinking. Your treat.
Yeah, right.
Let's get to drinking while we're thinking. Toby says some of the funniest things. But it seems like Vincent actually has somewhat of a resolve now. Which is definitely a big change of pace. It's also worth noting that Vincent's situation sounded pretty similar to what that guy Steve was describing, which is pretty odd in and of itself. And actually, now that I was thinking about it, I mentioned it earlier about them being in Japan, but there's actually no confirmation of where they are. And I was thinking it's odd that there would be names like Toby, Johnny, Vincent, Orlando, and Catherine, and Steve, Erica, in, you know, Archie, Todd, etc. in a place like Japan. Or at least, you know, it's not that there aren't people with those sorts of names in Japan, but just so many so. But at the same time, this seems more like a Japanese place in terms of what they're eating and such. And I know that specifically, I think it's like Kappa Heaven or Kappa Heaven, where Orlando and Vincent spend a lot of time together. That looks like a very sort of like conveyor belt sushi type place, right? And I think the signs in the back have Japanese on them. So not, again, that there aren't Japanese places in, you know, America, for example. But I never actually really thought. I always assumed that this was in Japan. But I don't think they actually give you enough to really know for sure. But anyways, all that aside, we are now at the Stray Sheep, and looks pretty empty for the time being. We've got our friends, we've got the usual Erica and Boss, and of course the creepy Lindsay and Martha, who we haven't actually chatted with much frequently, so let's see what they're up to.
Would you like to speak to Lindsay? Would you like to speak to Martha? You can't accept the dishonesty of politicians, can you? You can't accept the rising cost of goods, can you?
I hate politics.
This one?
Mr. Justin would say the same thing. Did you know that Mr. Justin once interviewed a ballerina? Did you know she was Miss Anna's best friend? Did you know that it was Mr. Daniel who made Miss Anna stop crying?
I see.
It's 2 days until the time of freedom.
What are you talking about?
They're so creepy and they know so much about everybody in the bar. It's so weird. But yeah, so now we have an interesting connection, right? Justin interviewed this ballerina who was Anna's best friend, and Anna, after everything bad happened with the ballerina and she eventually took her own life, Anna was incredibly upset and Daniel swooped in and was, you know, her savior. But now obviously they are not doing super hot.
Maybe if you watch the news a lot, they'll show up. If you watch the news, you may see your friends. I hope you wake up tomorrow morning all right.
I hope I do too. But God, they're so creepy. And where is everyone? I mean, I guess we'll chat with our friends while we can.
What you gonna do with a girl you're cheating with? She doesn't know you're sleeping around with her, right?
I'm a terrible person, aren't I? This is my fault. I'm not gonna run from it.
You go, Vincent.
I'm gonna break up with her tomorrow. Once I'm clear, I'm gonna propose to.
I'm sure it'll all work out.
Yeah, thanks.
Wow, that's some big talk, right? Not just breaking up with Catherine with a C, but proposing to Catherine with a K.
What was that nightmare about?
Whew. Thank goodness the door opened. I was like, don't tell me everybody died. Lindsay and Martha creepily talking about you might see them on the news. But no, Justin's here. Good, good, good. Ah, yes, another congratulations. You have successfully completed Stage 6, the Clock Tower. Yes, we have. Alright. As enticing as talking with Johnny and Toby is, we're going to chat with Justin.
Hey, guy, you're not looking so good.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely slept better.
I'm tired today. I interviewed another woman today for a different story. She's pregnant, but she's marrying a man who isn't the father of her child. And she's not going to tell him that he isn't. It's the truth.
Yikes. I mean, I just answered a question, right, about how devastating it can be to be lied to. Living under a false pretense that the child you're raising is your own child when in fact they're not. Oof, that would be a deal breaker.
Seriously?
Yeah, but I hear it happens all the time. She doesn't actually know who the father is. So among all the possible fathers, she went for the one who is the kindest and the dullest. He'll raise the baby, believing it to be his child. I'm sure he'd be happier if he didn't know.
I don't think I agree with that.
I hear that in any romantic relationship, feelings decline over time. One theory is that love is a drug, like alcohol or cigarettes. Repeated exposure makes you numb to it. That is, it's only hot and heavy in the beginning. It's the truth.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly something to say about infatuation, right? Those intense feelings you get at the beginning of a relationship are generally the strongest, right? But it's not to say that, well, no, I do think that would manifest as somewhat of a decline over time, right? But I feel like it's a different transition, right? It's not just infatuation, it's not just an obsession with a desire to really get to know somebody. It transitions into a more real, like, do I care about you without these sorts of feelings, right? Are you somebody that I genuinely really care for? Now, we have a couple people we can chat with. Oh, and we have a message. This is from Catherine, with a K. What's going on? Vincent, have you gotten involved in something bad? If that's the case, tell me. Tell me the truth. Your problems are my problems now. Don't worry about it.
No.
You're worrying too much. You don't believe me. Let's say don't worry about it. Everything's been settled.
Nah.
You don't have to worry about anything.
No.
Everything's been settled. I feel like saying something like this is confirming that yes, there is something, but also saying you don't need to worry about it, I've got it, right? I'm sorry you're worried about me. Sorry, I'll explain everything to you when it's all over.
No. Nah.
I like this one a bit more. Good night, Catherine.
No.
I love you, Catherine. Ooh! Ooh, that's what we're doing. We're so doing that. Let's go, Vincent. Get what you care about. Stay with the person who hasn't betrayed you. So we have Anna to talk to. We also have... Let's see what Justin has to say.
Marriage is two people becoming one. It's the truth. To bear another person's life is very difficult and very frightening.
But it's also very reassuring to have somebody else help support your own life, right? To not approach everything life throws at you alone. Anyways, Catherine with a C says, I'm so excited with multiple hearts. I hope you're working hard. I love when you talk about your job. Ooh, it's your first real date tomorrow. I'm so excited. Emoji. Let's do something else after we go to the movies. And there's an image. Oh boy, here we go. Oh my goodness.
This is in public?
No, you cannot,
This out
Vincent.
somewhere where no one can see.
No, you cannot look at that in public, Vincent. My goodness. Alright, off to the bathroom we go. Oh, the lights flickered a little bit there. Oh man. Vincent. Alright, here you go, guys. There's your glimpse. That's quite the present to have received. Alright, is it going to be a date? Or I still haven't decided if I'll go. I told you to stop sending me pictures. I guess, yeah, we were very adamant about not sending pictures before, weren't we? But she's still sending them. Is it going to be a date? I still haven't decided if I'll go. I told you to stop sending me pictures. I didn't mean to commit to anything this morning. I mean, are you really that excited? Yikes. I didn't mean to commit to any... I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. But I guess at this point, Vincent already has the resolve, right? That he's going to break up with her tomorrow, I guess, right? Let's see what the options would be had I chosen something different in the beginning. I still haven't decided if I'll go. I didn't mean to... Okay, so it's the same options regardless. So we'll go with the one that I initially chose. And I'll say I didn't mean to commit to anything this morning, even though I feel like that's going to be devastating. And I don't really like that. I don't really like that because Vincent's being the wishy-washy one here, right? He's going back and forth about, well, he's sending mixed messages to everyone in his life. All right, so now let's chat with Anna.
Vincent.
Notably, she's alone without Daniel.
Sorry you had to see me like that yesterday.
I mean, is that really what you want? I mean, don't you love him?
We're past the age of believing we'll have no problems just because we're in love. You too.
But...
He's adopted. He's been working hard all his life to repay the parents who raised him. He fought his way through, dealing with pressures all this time. He's a truly pitiable soul. I knew that I wouldn't be able to marry him. That he was going to become someone else's from the very beginning. And now that day has come.
Cheer up.
Don't patronize me.
Yeah, thank you, Anna, for saying that. I hate when people are like, cheer up. As if like, oh yeah, now that you mentioned, you know, that I should be happier, I think I'll just be happier. Yeah, that's really helpful. But it is worth noting that even it was very clear from Daniel's interactions with Vincent, right? Daniel is incredibly dependent on other people's approval, right? He actively sought out things that give him status, that are flashy, that make him appear of higher value to other people that he doesn't even know. And then there are specific people in his life that he intended to impress, who arguably forgot about him, right? In Vincent's case. And it almost seemed like he was imposing that lifestyle on Anna as well, who felt that she had to always, you know, study economics, study whatever it may be, you wear these particular bags, buy these expensive things just to be similarly impressive to Daniel and to Daniel's peers, right?
You got mail.
Catherine. Ooh. Catherine with a K says, can I trust you? How can I believe what you're saying? I hate to have to say that, but you were just being weird at lunch. I'm sorry, but I'm not so gullible that I can just believe whatever comes out of your mouth. I need to hear the truth from you. We're going to be sharing our lives together. It's really settled now, trust me. Quit grilling me. It's really settled now, trust me is what we're going to go with. But again, it's not incredibly... That's still not even that reassuring, right? I'm not going to cause you any trouble. There's really nothing for you to worry about. Let's go with well, there's still certainly something to worry about. There's a lot that she should be worrying about, just based on how Vincent's handled the past week of events, right? I'm not going to cause you any trouble. I don't like that, but... you can relax. You're the most important thing to me, always. I like that. Thanks for messaging me.
Nah.
Thank you for worrying about me. Let's go with thank you for worrying about me, even though she isn't necessarily worrying about us with a message like that. Alright, let's see if there's anybody else at the bar. Oh!
It's from Catherine.
I'm getting a call right away.
Hello, Vincent?
Catherine, what is it? I'm sorry about this afternoon. I was rambling.
Hey, are you really okay? Is something wrong? Don't worry about protecting my feelings.
I mean, we don't really have much of a choice here. We can say, I know, thank you, or it's already settled. Let's say, I know, thank you.
I'm fine, really. Thanks for asking about me.
If something's happening, tell me. We're not strangers anymore. I'm carrying our child.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Then I forgive you.
Seriously, I'm sorry. Good night.
Wow. How mature of Catherine to say something like, I forgive you, without even really knowing what it was. You could arguably say it's also naive. But, alright, let's chat with our friends a little bit more, while we wait for other people to come back.
Johnny looks pretty bad.
He always hides his problems from us, huh?
But Chief's so cool. When one of his guys messes up, he sticks with him till the end.
And that's his problem. He needs to take it easy.
Man, if I was a girl, I'd be all over Chief.
Tell him that when he comes back. I'm sure he'll appreciate it.
Oh, Toby. You crack me up.
Man. Shit, I'm just so tired.
Why do you get so tired? Just because you had a bad dream? You never wake up with sore muscles from stuff you do in dreams, right?
Man, I so want to punch you.
How did Toby even get involved? I guess Toby works with Johnny, right? Maybe that's how he got initiated into this friend group. But they seem like they're just in such different worlds, right?
It was a rough nightmare for sure.
You all look like you're in really bad shape.
Nothing's wrong with you?
I don't have nightmares. I sleep like a baby every night.
If you keep smiling like that, I'm gonna deck you.
You can tell I'm happy. To be honest, me and Erica are...
Anyway, let's have a drink.
Johnny's just so reluctant to hear about any of Toby's romantic victories. The Rapunzel puzzle. It seems there's more than one ending to that Rapunzel game you can play at the bar. Even if you think you've beaten it once, it might be worth going through again. Will you be able to find the key to understanding the truth in its story? Play video games all night long. Now that's the best advice you can take away from this game. Play video games all night long. Has anyone else shown up? There's Justin, there's still Anna. I'm hoping Mr. Morgan shows up. I haven't seen Todd, Archie, right? Daniel. To say I'm concerned is an understatement.
Liquor's really hitting me today.
Have you checked the high scores for that game?
Why are you boasting?
What?
I've got the high score right now.
Oh, really? Oh, well, I'll beat you soon.
You guys are really into that game, huh?
Yeah.
Must be fun.
Chief really looks tired today. Kind of worried.
Oh, is that somebody leaving? Oh, that's Anna leaving. Oh no, why are our friends not showing up? That's not good.
We'll continue the story of the mysterious series of deaths. Nicholas Clark, age 29, was the latest victim.
A grisly story.
Kevin Taylor, age 31. That concludes the current known list of victims. If we learn of any new information...
Well, I mean, I guess nobody that we recognize is there, so that's a good thing. I guess we'll chat with the boss for now.
Are you the type to see nightmares, Mr. Brooks?
Yeah. Shit, why can't I remember them? Every night I've had them.
Women aren't the only ones to get the marriage blues. Man asks everything from a woman, but when done so, he feels she is a burden. To pilfer the ponderings from a certain someone.
I love those.
I figured it out. I want Catherine by my side, so I'm just gonna settle things.
I hope it leads to a good conclusion.
Still, Steve's voice. I've heard it somewhere before.
I'm gonna head home. Excuse me.
Have a good night, Justin. Yeah, I love those sayings, to pilfer the ponderings of a certain someone, or to misappropriate the musings of a certain someone. It's so funny. But, yeah, I mean, it's good that, you know, Vincent has this resolve.
Don't torment yourself too much.
Shoot, it's this time already? When I break up with her, I need to keep my mind clear.
Yo! Hey, Vincent. We're leaving now.
See ya later.
Alright, take care.
We still have a couple things I want to do. But it doesn't seem like anybody else is going to be showing up.
Still hanging around the bar? We can't start this party without you. Now, come.
Did I just hear something?
Yeah, you did.
Good evening. Is Vincent here?
What?
Hmm?
Oh. So Catherine's here already. Well, I guess we'll chat with Erica and then we can go see what Catherine's doing here. I thought we've been pretty adamant about cutting things off.
Hey, have you seen that Rapunzel game anywhere else?
No.
Yeah, me neither. It's really old, and all our customers play it just out of curiosity. I saw Orlando and Johnny playing it the other day. They started fighting and blaming each other for messing up. Men who get hooked on stuff like that, they're all just kids.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Men aren't the only ones who get hooked on games.
Yeah, but it's different for us. Toby doesn't play it, though. He says he didn't get the appeal. Maybe Toby's just more mature than you guys.
Him? He was only trying to act mature.
Games are not a sign of immaturity, Erica. Don't be hating on the player that's playing this game right now.
Hey, aren't you going home yet? I've got plans tonight.
What, after work?
She's giggling. I bet we're gonna hear about it from Toby tomorrow. Alright, actually, before we chat with Catherine, let's get a little glimpse at what may be waiting for us later tonight. Ooh, this one's good. This one is good, guys.
What did you see? I'll see you at the Spiral Corridor tonight. I'm looking forward to it.
What the?
Yeah, this night, these puzzles are tough, but importantly, the boss and, oh man, the story afterwards, it's easily one of my favorite parts in the game.
Why are you here?
Hey, have you ever cheated on anyone, Vincent?
Huh?
Wow.
Well,
I can't imagine. It's you, after all. I've cheated on someone before. But don't worry, I'm only seeing you.
how do I say this?
It's really strange that I feel this way. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm probably not making much sense.
Well...
Man, you're not talking much today. I'm just sitting here with some guy who's not saying anything. We're done talking today.
Sorry. I'll see you tomorrow. I've been tired lately, and I want to sleep alone.
Oh. Then that's too bad.
Yikes. So that was a pretty short, curt conversation, but it's interesting, right?
What? You're going home already?
I feel like the feeling that she was referring to.
Thanks.
I feel like the feeling she's referring to with that whole conversation is really the hypocrisy and anxiety associated with projection, right? Because she's concerned that Vincent might be cheating. She's so adamant about, you know, killing him if he were to cheat, and clearly would be hurt by it, but admits to having cheated in the past. And there's no doubt that she's probably, because of her own insecurities, her own history of cheating, she probably thinks other people are more likely to cheat than they may actually be. Granted, we know that Vincent is cheating, right? But that sort of projection is something that we've also seen from Vincent, right? Thinking that Catherine with a K has been cheating on him because, of course, he has been cheating himself. So it's just kind of an interesting dynamic. But anyways, I think that covers most of what we have going on right now. So I wanted to save before we left the bar. So we will not overwrite the existing data because this is a Let's Play, and naturally, saving on a different file every episode is a good strategy. But we're going to tackle the Spiral Corridor and all that it holds in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This was a fun one. I really liked that boss battle, and going to the Stray Sheep, it's been a little bit anxious. We didn't have the chance to reassure and chat with a lot of the friends we normally see, unfortunately. But importantly, Vincent in this episode established his resolve to pursue Catherine with a K and to break up with Catherine with a C. I don't know how she's going to take it, and I don't know how well Catherine with a K is going to receive the truth about everything that's been happening. So, we'll see. That's all I can promise. We will definitely see in the future. But until the next episode, this has been Midnight Zero, and this mission is complete.